What's going on, everybody? Horror DJ here with another Battlefield 3 video full of death, explosions, and fun the only way Battlefield can bring it. Now, if you notice, this is a Conquest game on Operation Firestorm, and I got into the match about 8 or 9 minutes into it. So I'm kind of at a disadvantage already, and we're starting in Super Death Speed mode because you don't want to watch me run for like 37 miles or something stupid like that. Now today I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the Battlefield 3 frustrations. And when you try to join in on your friends and you end up getting stuck on the other team that isn't either A, leaving the spawn, or B, just terrible. And what you can do about it. Now yes, I do end up losing this game. I was trying to join in on some of the 84th guys, and the team was just bad. I mean, we get stomped in this game. But I had seen a thread earlier, actually I believe it was yesterday, a guy talking about the kits and how it was really hard for him to get close to MVP using the support kit. Now, I'm not running anything special, and really, for the most part, I don't even use the kit. It's just the game style to play. You have to be aggressive, but you have to be smart. Now, I had a little bit of an advantage because I know how the people that I was playing against like to play, but at the same time, I was at a disadvantage because I knew they were really good players. And again, I was kind of handicapped with some special needs players. The guys weren't very good. The guy that I was playing with that was in my squad was actually, he was decent. You know, he was a good driver. But you know, with just two of us, I mean, we're the only ones that really capped flags at all. But you'll see that even though I got started late, I end up with the second MVP, and I think it was pretty darn close between 1 and 2. So just a few tips and tricks and some things to actually help you get over the hump, even if you're not in the position where you can use your kit to your advantage. Play the objective. You know, I can't count the number of videos I've seen, and I can't, you know, just times that people have talked about PTFO, man. Play the freaking objective. It's what the game is designed for. And if you're in a bad position, like I was here, coming in way down, there really wasn't much hope of actually coming back and winning this. But I was going to make the best of it. Plus, sometimes it's fun to just kill your friends. You know, the people that you play with quite a bit, if they're on the other team, you know, it's fun, and it actually really does make the game more exciting. Now, you'll see me do this a couple times where I'll just jump out of the vehicle if I know I can't get to a guy. I feel more comfortable, for me personally, with the gun than I do in a tank sometimes. The tanks, you know, it takes a long time to turn. It takes a long time to fire, especially if you exhaust your bullets. It's a really long reload time. So, you know, don't be afraid, especially if you've got a capable driver with you. Hey, I'm jumping out. You got to make sure you got to communicate it. But hey, I'm jumping out. I'm gonna go kill these two guys or this guy. You know, we'll see where it goes from there. Now, if you notice, we took the last objective, and it's already gone. That's yeah, that pretty much sucks. And actually, the last two objectives that we've taken are already gone. So, you know, there's basically a lot that we're fighting against here. You know, the guys are spawning in right on the objectives, taking them really quick. If I could give you some advice, find a gun that you're comfortable with. Find a gun that it just feels right to you. Like, for me, it's the G36C. Anytime I'm running, you know, the engineer class, I use that gun. Why? I have no idea. It's got the exact same stats as half of the other guns in the class, but to me, the rate of fire and the accuracy, for me, it just feels right. Now, for other people, they may not like the gun. For, you know, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. If you really like a gun, go with it. Use it. Who cares what other people say if it's overused or overpowered? The stats are all the same. If you check it out and you look up the stats on specific guns, you're going to notice that the majority of them fall in a certain category. It's more rate of fire that changes, and it's more just, you know, the comfortability with it. I really just like that gun. It's the gun that I have the most kills with out of any gun in the game. And, I mean, there's a couple other ones that I'm catching up with. The G3A3, even though it's got a really slow rate of fire and the magazine really sucks, I actually feel really comfortable with that gun, especially when paired with, the 3-round burst pistol, the 93R or R93, one of those. Those are the types of things that you have to find in this game. If you can't always be on the team with your friends or the people that you know, try to make the best of it. Get in there. Try to get in their heads. Try to do what you can. Like, there were a couple different times where I could tell that the guys I were playing against, especially Doing Your Mom, because I know he wants my dog tags so bad. He wants my tag. Every time I'm on a team against him, he will sprint at me from a quarter mile away rather than shoot me because he wants tags. And that's, I know that, so I try to use that to my advantage at times. If I see that he's part of a group of like 2 or 3 people, I'm going to try to flank, get behind, and shoot, because I know I've got that extra time where sometimes, he shoots me a couple times in this game, but I've got that extra time to where he would prefer to get my tags than shoot me. It kind of backfires on me a couple times, but, I think I don't really fire too many javelin missiles in this game. This is one of the few times I do, and if you watch there what I'm doing, when you get locked on, shoot up into the air. Now, it gets it so it doesn't have to go forward, then up and down, so it's going straight up, or it tries to go at an angle. It doesn't have such a severe angle to try to get back down. And 2, if there's any obstruction directly in front, it gives the missile an opportunity to come out at a higher angle to see if it can actually come down on top. Now, right there, yeah, Doing Your Mom, he shot me instead of trying to stab me, but it was face to face. So just little tips and tricks like that can take you from a decent player, an average player, to a good player. And I'm not saying that I'm a great player, but I am a good player. I play the objective. I play with my team. If I notice that, other than in this game, just because it didn't really matter, but we were both running ammo. Big deal. It was just 2 of us. It makes more sense, and it does more when you're playing with a full group, to actually make sure that your perks, if you would, were different or better. Most of the game, not most, but a lot of the game, I do spend some pretty heavy time in tanks. But in the case where you're getting pummeled, their air support really wasn't dominating too much. They had a couple lock-ons and kills and stuff, especially when we got into the chopper, but they weren't aggressive with the air support. So spend some time in tanks. It'll help you not die as much. As long as you've got a decent wheel with you, be it the driver or be it the gunner, it really does make a difference. Because if they're trying to C4 you, or if they're locking on with javelins, make sure that one of you is running smoke, and make sure that the other person. Usually, I like to have the gunner run smoke if they can, but either way, as long as somebody's got smoke, you can get away from that first initial burst. Sometimes, I have noticed quite a bit lately in the game that the smoke, if the rocket is out, or if you're already locked when you hit the smoke, that it doesn't really save you or help you as much. But just play hard, play the objective. If you notice, the person that was in my squad and I, every flag that was taken, we were a part of. Try to make sure that you get there. Try to make sure that you're a part of your team, playing the objective, getting to where you need to be, and somewhere, if you can clear out a building, or, those are the little things that really make a difference in the game. That's how you get your points, basically. Yeah, you get 100 points per kill, sometimes a little bit more if you get headshots and such. But there are a lot of times that, you can go, especially on a map like Operation Firestorm, you can only get 3 or 4 kills. But if you're disabling vehicles, if you're playing the objectives, you can finish in the top 2 or 3, sometimes even get MVP. So always keep that in mind. Get into a group if you can, or if you have to play against a group or you're stuck on a bad team. Do what you can. Yeah, I quit out of games quite a bit if they're really going bad. Ninja bitch stab. Yeah, I jumped off a building to do that one. But if you're in a position to where you're just stuck on a bad team, and like I said, I've quit. Like I think it's like 12 or 13 or something %. But it's in those situations where if I jump into a game and the game's pretty much over, it's like, oh, we have 40 tickets left and the other team has 240. Yeah, I'll jump out of that game. I'm not going to sit around and take a loss for something I had nothing to be a part of. But this one was early enough in the game to where, no, I wasn't going to probably win just because of A, who I was playing against, and B, what my team was doing. Other than, like I said, the guy on my squad, he was kicking quite a bit of butt. You're screwed sometimes, and that's life, and that's actually Battlefield. Trying to overcome those odds. No, you don't win every single game. But, man, sometimes it's really fun, even in a loss. Like, I had a blast in this game. But most of the time when I died, I was laughing about it. I'm like, oh, crap. I knew there was going to be somebody there. I got greedy. There were a couple times I got greedy. Like, there was an instance where I saw a guy run off to the right. It's actually coming up here. I see a guy run off to the right. I shoot at him. I miss Amitis. And then there's just some random guy laying in the middle of the room. So I take him out, and then I turn around to go get the other guy. I didn't realize, but I kind of had a feeling that he had a wheel with him, somebody else in the room with him, a squad mate, and I was right. I got popped from the back and the side. But it is what it is. Here's another instance where, I take out, the 2 guys here, and the whole time the guy in the tank's going, there is a guy coming up behind you, and it was doing your mom. That was the instance I was talking about where I'm surprised he didn't just run straight at me and try to get my tags. But he may not have realized it was me, so I don't know. The guy's a really good player. He's fun to play on a team with, but man, when you're going against him, sometimes he's one of the guys that, as a friend on your friends list, he gets under your skin when he's against you. Here's the part where I was talking about, where Amitis for the loss. But just gonna lay there. Okay. And I get popped from the side. But yeah, doing your mom, the guys, he definitely gets in your head when you're playing against him. Sometimes it's more fun when he does that kind of stuff, just because you're constantly on edge going, oh my god, how many times is he going to try to get my tags in this game? The video's wrapping up. I don't think we even get remotely close to trying to take an objective here. I'm pretty sure we just end up losing it in the middle of the desert, but that's the video, guys. That's the end of it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I helped you out if you're having some problems with the engineer kit. But, let me know. Leave some remarks. Later on, guys.